Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question? Why wouldn't you like, comment, subscribe? Yeah, you know what? That is a good question. So, as I promised, man, let's get into this Montana 300 album. Debut album, that is, you know what I mean? Y'all should know who he is. He got over 16 million YouTube views. He released his debut mixtape in 2014, Cursed with a Blessing. He started the independent label FGE, Fly Guy Entertainment. And he goes by the rap moniker Rap God and sometimes Tony. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things about this album that personally I thought was good and personally I thought was bad. All the overhyping it got really had me intrigued to check it out. And honestly, let's keep it a buck. Let's get this shit out the way. Every song where he's actually dropping knowledge in a sense, you know, like the song where he quotes, you know, a lot of religious themes, fighting demons, dropping jewels, as you say. You know what I mean? He dropping a lot of jewels on certain tracks, and a lot of songs is a bunch of filler tracks. Let's just start off with Heat Stroke. Definitely open up the album. Solid bars. He just rapping. You know, no hooks, no nothing, just straight bars. The sample in the record was cool. Production kind of dark, and his flow was on point. Then it gets to Land in the Dark. Kind of got like a drill tune in a sense. You know what I mean? Featuring Jalen Sanders. Basically talking about his time in the streets in his rap career. Gets to the track 3, Wife and You, song for the ladies. Wasn't feeling it at all. You know, I've heard better. Get into track 4, Motherfuckers Mad Part 2, and that's from the collab project. Him and Tally 300 did Guns N' Roses. Witty bars. Definitely a fun record, a fun song. You know, I was laughing listening to this shit. It was so dope. You know what I mean? The hook is catchy as hell. Definitely solid. So I'm like, okay, he dropping some dope shit. Then it get into Fighting Demons, dropping jewels, and it got excerpts of him talking. Beat is kind of gloomy. Basically talking about his childhood, growing up in the streets of Chicago, introspective, real deep. Definitely enjoyed his flow on this record, and it's a powerful record. You know, if you want to call it that. Track 6, With the Shit Now. To me, it got the whole vibe of White Iverson. You know, you talking about chicks, haters, fake motherfuckers. Very melodic. You know, definitely feeling the vibe of it. The lyrics are decent, damn near good, and it's nothing bad to say about it. It's just that I started to see a change in this album from this point on. We get into FG Cypher Part 2. Definitely crazy song. You know, the visual is out now. Got that battle rap feel in a sense. You know, just them killing the shit and doing what they do. Solid. Now we get into the part of the album where I was very disappointed. We got Goonies featuring Kevin Gates. It's underwhelming as hell, and we get a forgettable verse from Kevin Gates. Whoever likes this song, good for y'all. I wasn't feeling it. Don't Trick Off. It got that singy, songy type flow. Not feeling it at all. Robo Op, it's okay. It got a few slick lines, bars, and metaphors, and the beat was okay. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, wow, this is not like his interviews was stating this album was gonna be. Then we get into Down Here featuring Shabba Wolf. Very reflective, personal record, talking about his younger days. Definitely enjoyed the hook. Auto tune as well, but it kind of has a melodic flow cadence to it, and it's not bad. You know, I fuck with that. Now we get into Bad as Hell featuring Talia 300, Jalen Sanders, another female track. Wasn't feeling it. No Smoke featuring Talia 300, track 13. It's okay. That singy songy nursery rhyme flow. You know, the lyrics are good and the bars are there, but I just wasn't feeling that singy songy shit. Daddy used to be the plug is okay. His drug dealing life, you know, him as an artist, his rap career, and basically talking to his kids in a nursery rhyme kind of way. And I was like, wow, what is this singy songy shit he doing? I'm not really fucking with it. And we get into track 15, Who Am I, featuring Tally 300, Jalen Sanders. Basically, they all rapping about what they've been through. Definitely enjoyed the hook. Angel with a Uzi. Definitely enjoyed the DBZ lines. He dropped the Vegeta line in there. I thought that was crazy. The beat was hard. It kind of reminded me of Lil Wayne's Glory. You know what I mean? He spoke on race. He spoke on God, him, his life, and, you know, a lot of religious themes. And I thought that was pretty solid. You know, I was like, wow, why this wasn't in the earlier parts of the album. But moving on to Bang Bang featuring J Real, Tally 300, Savage, No Fatigue. Basically another crew track. The hook was weak as hell. I'm not gonna front. Song is solid though. And the last track, Here Now, featuring Tabrielle, if that's how you pronounce her name, definitely enjoyed the whole song. The production is very empowering, deep. The lyrics talk about his life, hip hop, and the woman on the hook is phenomenal. And he ended the album in a good space, and I'm like, well, what the fuck happened to like the middle section, you know? And it's just like, overall, man, it's too much auto tune, too many singy songy type songs. Behind the lyrics though, it's an overall message, and I can appreciate that through those singy songy type tracks. But some of the hooks was weak. Even in track 15, I thought was funny. He used a line and said, niggas singing like Adele, referring to niggas telling. And I found that funny at the time I was listening to this exact track and listening to this nigga singing and shit. And I was like, wow, like, that's crazy. But, I mean, overall, man, this album, to me, it was definitely hyped a lot. And the interview that I watched on DJ Smalls, he basically broke down and said the album will be like this, where all the records that people know him for, as far as, you know, like track 1, track 2, track 18, Fighting Demons, Dropping Jewels, shit like that is scattered throughout the album. And of course he gave you the 2 female oriented tracks, which is cool. And the rest, to me, are like filler records where he should have at least gave us a body of work that was cohesive. It definitely fit the mode of the title of the album, and it should have been at least 12 records. Like, I feel like 12 records would have been so much better than 18, because a lot of this shit is like bullshit that you got to really cipher through and get through, and all that singy, songy, Drake-ish type shit. It's like, bro, if you really can spit, you really can rap, you don't need to do all that. But I understand the market of music now, and it's hard to really deliver a body of work with a full album full of songs like Heat Stroke, you know, and records like Fighting Demons all the way through, where at the end of the day, fans probably can get bored of that, but yet they giving him titles and saying he's this and that, which he is dope. I'm not saying that, but a lot of the filler tracks, I don't feel people really being 100 in their reviews. And it's like, yo, you really can listen to this. What separate this shit from anybody else doing that singing song melodic type shit, even if he has lyrics in it? If that's the case, why people wasn't really fucking with Lasers? You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on a fan that has an open mind and an open ear to music to keep it 100. Now, I'm keeping it a buck, and I give this shit a 8 out of 10, because it definitely wasn't disappointing, but it definitely wasn't what it was hyped about and supposed to be. Because remember, this is supposed to be a mixtape that he turned into an album. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like this shit was definitely too damn long in length, and a lot of the songs are filler. Like, come on, like, he has really no features, which is good, but it's like, you don't really want to feature everybody that's on your label, because it seems like a compilation. But overall, man, production is an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. 11 of the records I fuck with out of 18, but it definitely wasn't what I thought it would be. You know, shout out to Montana 300, but that's just what I thought. 1.